All right, how you guys doing? Sitting here in the morning, getting ready for the day. A couple of curveballs, as part of this life that we live. But anyways, I want to kind of give you guys what's going on with the rat rod build. So we've gotten the whole front suspension to the vet kind of mocked up, tacked in there. Of course, I got to add a bunch of gussets and bracing. The trick with this car is $5,000 is what you can spend on it total. That is motor, transmission, front end, rear end, and materials. $5,000 total. So we are doing everything we can to use every single piece from the dune buggy chassis, reworking them, rebending them, so that we don't have to spend a bunch of money on tubing. And so far we've been pretty successful. Now there are a couple of extra pieces that I threw in here to stiffen it up that are not part of the dune buggy chassis, which are those pieces in there and that little door bar piece. Luckily those pieces came from a roll bar I cut out of a car and had to remake because it wasn't exactly correct. It just took up too much room in a Camaro. So those were a freebie, which is good. Got the rear end kind of mounted in place. We did some crazy stuff with the rear end. Most people don't do this. Bad camera work, bad. Don't mind that. So we cut off, let me turn this around. We cut off the supports. Nobody really does that because the supports look really, really cool, but they were way too wide for our suspension. Now I'm going to wind up reworking the bar to underneath, get it hidden. I might wind up doing something with that there. Not sure yet. If I have the extra time, I'm going to clean these up, get those worked out, do something kind of with the coilovers in the rear, and get it all worked out. The front end is kind of up in the air as far as the suspension goes. I really want to do like a torsion bar setup, which is going to be relatively complicated because it's not like I can just go out and buy a torsion bar setup for a car, because then that'll put us over budget. We got the LS motor. Yes, it's going LS power with a turbo 400, not a 4L60 or anything like that. So we're doing pretty good budget wise, but I only got like 4 or 5 months, and I gotta hand make an entire car. Then it'll be up to Tony to kind of get it plumbed, wired, tuned, all of that stuff. And we got to road test it because for the show you have to do a 100-mile reliability run, which I think is a great idea. I'm not a big fan of cars that don't drive. I like to drive things. We're going to do a couple of little random trick things to this along the way, aside from hand making the entire body and chassis and making it all work together. So anyways, keep up with it. I'll try and post more videos of actually doing the work on the car, especially once I get to hand making the body pieces, because I'm sure a lot of people don't see that regularly. But it's a work day, so I got to throw a C-notch in a truck. I got to finish a fender skirt to a 1952 Cadillac, and hopefully the other guys will come here shortly, and we'll get them rolling on the stuff that they go. I'd like to introduce you guys to them, so I might do that in this video if I can get them to get on camera. So you guys take it easy, build cool stuff.